my cup with some Java love. Sit on down, let's talk it up. I know some laughing lattes.
Welcome to Life and Lattes with Liv and Cole. I'm Cole.
And I'm Liv.
Welcome to 2020, the future.
What was
The
that?
year of the Cybertruck.
And flying cars.
Yeah. Drones you sit on. That's what I'm calling them.
All right. That's weird. But I like it.
You know how techie I am. CES just quit. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's the Consumer Electronics Show. It's in Las Vegas. It's every January.
Oh.
It's where they release all the TVs. That's pretty much all they do now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing's changed.
This is how we're starting out
Nothing's
the new
changed.
year. Letting you know that nothing has changed.
All I got,
know.
all I got for Christmas was tech, so.
I'm shocked, honestly.
Well, we took a little hiatus for what has probably been about a month or a little plus, but we figured we'd take some time off, give everybody a break. And
Give ourselves a break.
Yeah.
Holiday season is so busy and
it was so hectic.
parties and get-togethers and shopping and
Had to see you a couple times. I thought maybe I'd get a break.
so rude. Was that your drumming?
I started to do the drum and then I didn't like where it was going and I wasn't going to carry it out. And
It's all right.
I don't know. It could have been better.
Yeah.
More complicated.
I feel like you just let the people down.
There you go.
Okay.
On the table.
All right.
Yeah. So we're filming in a new spot still.
We are.
In the
If
same
you're
studio.
watching from the YouTube.
The YouTubers, and filming with a new camera, all of which happened all over the holiday season. So new. We ready.
New news.
And yeah, well, there is new news, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
Don't throw it out there yet. Coffee. Of course we're drinking it. What are we drinking?
So since we skipped Christmas, recording and stuff.
Skip Christmas.
We skipped recording around Christmas. I felt like I needed to do the Starbucks holiday blend for the start of today because it's like honestly my favorite one that Starbucks has.
This is so good.
I know.
Seriously, like
It's one of my favorites.
it is
So
hitting the spot.
it says it's herbal and sweet maple notes.
I'm definitely getting the maple.
It's a medium roast. I love it.
Yeah, that's what I've been
I
gravitating
don't know
towards.
if they keep it like past Christmas.
I think so. Because I was
They might.
so we over the holiday season, I think this kind of goes along with this. We got hooked on the Starbucks hot chocolate.
Okay.
So we got the first, I don't know what you want to call it, the first canister of it, and liked it so much, kept using it, and then we started to run out. And I was like, I'll just go get some more. This was pre-Christmas. No, this was
Okay.
after Christmas, before New Year's. So in
Okay.
that time span of just like time-space continuum, where you don't know what day it
You
is
don't
or
know
what time
what day.
it is. You're
Yes.
Like, what am I? Who am I? Where am I? What year is it? So I went back to Starbucks. I went to 3 that day. Yeah, I went to 3 Starbucks that day,
Jeez.
and none of them had it.
Oh,
I was like, no.
sad.
But then after, it's literally maybe like a week ago, they had 2 canisters left at the one in the Kroger. But they obviously brought it back after the holidays, and it was actually sitting out because it wasn't there because I checked.
Oh.
So I think they're still selling some of the stuff, but some of it's at a discount, I think, and they're just trying to like get rid of extra stock.
Yeah.
So, because it's the last time I went there was still some holiday stuff like sitting
Okay.
out. So I think if you still want to grab some of this, you can, and it might still be on the shelf at like Kroger in the aisle too. So
Yeah.
this is actually really good. Like if you haven't ever had any of their holiday blends, and this is super, super good.
Yeah.
And I'm getting more of the maple than like the herbal part of it. But we also have creamer, and Liv got a frother and brought her frother, and so we got a little bit of milk in there too.
Yes.
It's so good.
I got the frother for Christmas and I have used it every single day.
Worth it.
And we got like a new coffee pot too.
Nice.
And it makes our coffee just like so much better. So we're just like really upping our game, and
Heck yeah.
like frothed milk on coffee just makes it look so
Instagram worthy.
yes.
Like, let's just call it what it is.
Yeah, and so like I've posted a couple of photos with it, and people are like, "Oh my gosh,
Have you
looks
ever?
so good. I'm like, I'm really upping my barista game.
Are you trying?
this
Are you
year.
gonna get your designs going?
The
like do your
art.
little like.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. We'll
Get
see.
your little Liv stick figure in
Yeah.
there.
Dude, some of that latte art is like very intricate.
Oh yeah.
It's so funny.
The stuff I've seen,
but
I'm like, how do they do that?
I don't know.
Magicians.
I know.
Straight magicians. Sorcery. Sorry, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Liv.
Okay. Let's not get emotional. It's gonna be okay.
So, with all that, we're gonna be drinking this coffee. It's so good. I cannot
I know.
emphasize it more. And along with the coffee, before we move on here, I brought my new mug today.
He did.
Yes, which I'm very excited about.
Bougie. Hey, this is a new mug for me.
Your mug is awesome. It's very earthy.
It's rose gold.
I like it.
I feel like it vibes with my sweater too.
Oh yeah, you get the tones.
Yep.
So while Liv is drinking out of her usual static mug, I have my Ember travel mug now, which I almost kind of wish maybe I would have bought this before the cups, like the cups that you have at home, because the battery life is longer on this. Like the first day I used it was yesterday, and I took it to work, and I'm normally kind of slow on my coffee drinking, so I think it took me about 2 hours, 2.5 hours before I finished it. Same temperature the whole time. It's supposed to last up to 3 hours, but I still had battery left after that, so
That's nice.
it was awesome. And you can, with this, you don't have to use your phone. You can actually just change the temperature and everything with the little touch buttons on it. Like they light up, and then you can use it. It's awesome.
So it's like a touch screen.
But they're smart. Like the lid on top is you just push on the middle and it opens it. And then when it's open, you can drink from any side.
Oh,
comes
so that's
out
what I was about to
360.
ask you. I'm like, where is?
And then when you
That's
want to
pretty
shut
tight.
it, you just hit the button in it.
Oh.
Then it closes. And it's supposed to be leak proof. Obviously, I don't want to ever test my 135 degree coffee. Like, hey, let's just dump this out.
You should do it like when you wash it.
Oh yeah, just test it
Just
on
like
water.
see. Yeah.
Smart.
Okay.
But it's funny. It's I don't know. It's just weird to think about. Like when there's no coffee in it, it says empty. When it's heating, it shows you that it's heating. It's crazy.
It's pretty cool.
You have to charge your
and you
coffee
can put
mug.
your name on it.
Yes. So
Oh,
Liv took a
put
little
your name
video,
on it.
and she'll probably post it somewhere.
Yeah.
On our channels, and you can put like your name on it, or you can write anything on it, and then it'll strobe across the front. Like everything's LED on the front. Like you can't see it until it lights up. So it's not a legit screen, but you can actually see things on it. But it's just a LED matrix. But
It's pretty tight.
it's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
I don't recommend it to anybody who's not like a diehard coffee lover. Like if you take your coffee to work every day and you make it at home and you have a mug, like I would recommend it. But not if you go to Starbucks every day and you get your coffee, or if you just don't drink coffee that much, or maybe you're just like a weekender and you bring it with you. I don't recommend it because the price just doesn't make sense.
Correct.
It just doesn't.
Yeah.
It took me like a year to justify the price. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to do this now because I make coffee every day and then espresso. So I'm saving money on
I
Starbucks.
know.
So I kind of like funneled that into my mug.
I'm a little bit thinking I may like save some money back to get it for Brad since he started. I guess we'll go ahead and do that. He
Yeah.
graduated nursing school in December. For those of you who don't know, very exciting.
We had a big party.
And we did a surprise party. I literally, I don't remember if I told you this or not, almost blew it
What?
minutes before.
Oh,
Minutes before. Okay. So.
good. Now you're making me feel better.
Okay.
She had me on speaker one day and I was like, hey, what are we doing for Brad's party?
Yeah.
She takes me off speaker. She's like, he was right there.
Yeah. He was in the bathroom, so it was fine. I don't think he legit heard anything, but
He seems surprised.
yeah. So I had everything planned over at my sister's and had everyone like go over there, and I had decorated and set up a bunch of stuff like a couple days before. And then he graduated on a Friday, and then the party was a Saturday, and it was in the afternoon. And so I was like, okay, I need to find some excuse to like go towards the direction of my sister's. So that way I can like drive back by it and go into the neighborhood. Anyway, we ended up going to Taxman and like hung out there for a little bit. And then he's like, I'm going to the bathroom before we go, because I told him we had like a long trip to the next like thing we were going to. I was like,
Yeah.
cool. And as he's in the bathroom, I text in our big family group message, the Eagles landing in like 5 minutes or something like that. And then I was like,
He's in
Brad's in that message. I was like, oh my gosh. And I realized it when we got in the car. So I was like super hoping he hadn't looked at it between leaving the restaurant. And then, so then I realized it and I was like, give me your phone. And he was like, why? And I was like, because
do it.
I was like, because I accidentally sent you the address for the place that we're going. And I told him like the whole day was going to be a surprise. So I played it off really, really cool, but I almost blew it.
It's because you were half lit.
Oh my gosh. So we're going to glide past that.
Liv showed up to the party. She was so cheery and happy and just like, not that she isn't normally, but it was turned up to 11.
Oh gosh.
You're like, Liv, you okay, friend?
So anyway,
party was great.
The party was really fun.
Yes, it was planned to the T as usual, as we would all expect from you.
I had a lot of help though with like food, and you brought Jello shots. Yeah. Jello shots for days.
Yeah. I ended up because you even sent some home with me, and there were just so many. It's like, yeah, what am I gonna do with all this?
Turn it up on a Tuesday.
Yeah,
by
right.
yourself.
Yeah, just the problem is every time those are in the fridge, the girls are like, "Hey, Jello."
Yeah,
and I'm like, "It's adult Jello," and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, it's adult Jello."
You can't.
I'm sorry, it's adult Jello.
Oh my gosh,
man. So Liv skipped right into like everything
into the news. Yeah.
So we figured,
we
figured that since we had a little bit of time off, we'll catch you guys up with everything that happened because honestly, like the end of the year plus intro into 2020 has been really exciting, I think, for all above. And
yes,
I want to get into some of the things, like we'll talk about resolutions and how we feel about those and what happened over New Year's and holidays and all that jazz. And I think Liv probably wants me to lead off with my big news. So
yes, because yes.
Okay.
Well, I figured we would go chronologically with things.
True, yeah.
So it's like
it's chronological.
So Christmas is next, but something happened before Christmas.
Yes. Which it was Brad's party.
Correct.
And then this. I like it. I see what you're doing now. See, sometimes she just does these things and it takes me a second to catch on. So on December 23rd, and for those of you who don't follow me on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that, number one, you're missing out. Number two, you did not see that I got engaged. Audrey and I are officially fiancés.
Oh, so exciting.
She called me. She texted me yesterday and called me her. She said dating. And I was like, whoa. Hey now. Don't get it twisted.
You guys, I'm so happy.
It's very exciting. This whole process has been awesome and not stressful and lots of fun. So we're enjoying that part of it. So
it's so exciting. Such a fun time.
Buying the ring was awesome. We had a lot of fun doing that. We probably have. I don't think we've even talked about that. Not
a whole lot.
So I went with my mom. I told her, I said, I'm probably going to buy the ring. And
she told me she went with you.
She's like, can I come? And I was like, yeah, of course. So we go. I bought the ring at Tiffany's in the Keystone Mall. So we go in.
Bouge.
Yes, as usual. And Audrey and I had already looked. So I kind of knew what she wanted. They kept everything on file. Thank you. And so I went in. I was like, pull up the file. I don't know. I know what my rep's name was. And so they pulled everything up, made it super easy. But literally they were like feeding my mom and I like champagne, and they have these little like cookies. It's not a cookie, it's a macaroon.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And
I had a couple in my lifespan, but was never like, oh, give me a plate of those. And those were good. They were fantastic.
They are good.
Like, can I have some more of the cookies, please? But it was funny because the security guard, his name was James, and he was like, I was like on the phone, and he came over and was like, you want more champagne? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, oh, freaking James, the security guard, is pouring me champagne now.
I like it.
But it was a lot of fun. The experience was good, and they made it super easy. Mm-hmm. I can't say enough about that store and those people because it was awesome.
Yeah.
And we got done, and they were like, come back after you get engaged, and we'll do a toast. And they were super cool.
That's fun.
They made it fun. And, all this stuff could be super stressful, so it was nice to, like, get some of that off the table.
Have a more chill experience with it. Yeah.
So
the ring's really pretty.
Thank you.
by the way. Although you sent me pictures of it like months ago of what she was wanting, and I was like, love it.
Yes, and we're sticking to the T. Like, that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
We've got it all figured out. So now she has been planning the wedding, and we're just going to go and do they call it an elopement, but I think it's like a pseudo elopement. There's nobody there, but we're still going to have an officiant, and we're going to say our vows and do the whole thing. So it's not just like and we have a venue. So
You're not just going to Vegas.
Yeah, we're not just going to Vegas or like the courthouse or something like that. Like, it's legit. We'll have a place to get ready. She's trying to find a dress. I'll be dressed up as well. We're going to do the whole shebang. But we're going to Nashville, Tennessee, and we're doing a place called Cheekwood. And it's like a museum or something with like a botanical gardens and everything. And it's a terrace that looks out over like hills or mountain range. It's beautiful.
Sweet.
So
I'm learning some of this too today.
Yes.
I was going to ask questions, and I was like, why don't you just tell me while we record? So
while we give everybody else the deets, then you'll know as well. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. And then we're going to rent a place in Nashville because we celebrated like the first Christmas we were together. We went to Nashville. So it's like a whole thing that we kind of figured out.
It's your place.
Yeah, because we were going to go to Colorado, but it was going to cost twice as much, and it was going to be twice as hard to figure out. And the weather there is completely different. And we're getting married in April because we don't want to wait. We don't see any reason to wait. We're ready to move in together and do the whole thing. So
yeah.
we're ready to
plus,
lock it in.
like in Colorado, it still could like snow like crazy in April. So
Yeah, and that's what they were saying because they get hundreds of inches.
Yes.
So they're like, usually the snow's not gone until July.
Yeah.
And so they were like, well, probably maybe like if you want it the best time, come in like August, September.
Yeah.
But then we're also going to be fighting with other people.
Right.
So we're like, yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
It was just
it's
too complicated.
pretty, but it just makes things a little trickier.
And she's been, I haven't. So eventually we'll have to go because I want to go anyways.
Yeah.
It'll be an experience, but it would have been hard too because the venue, between where we had to stay and where we would go to actually get our shots and do everything, it was like an hour or two drive.
Yeah.
So like, that's a long day. Now we're going to be maybe like 20, 30 minutes from it. So it's going to be way better.
Yeah.
We actually found like this cabin, and I call it a cabin, but you know me.
Yes.
It's not
really.
It looks like a cabin, but then you go in it and like a whole corner of the house is glass, and it's on
cool.
42 acres. So it's just the house and 42 acres.
Nice.
It looks super cool. It wasn't expensive either. It's Airbnb. But I think it's like a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. So it's like perfect size, but everything inside of it's modern. So like the kitchen's all redone and the bathroom. I was like, yes.
Obviously.
So we're super pumped on that. So we pretty much got everything planned. We're just trying to lock a couple extra details down, but she's doing an awesome job.
It's so exciting.
The hardest part is like the more stress has come from like people than actually
That's
planning.
because people want to go and want to be there, i.e. me.
Yes.
And Brad.
But we're going to throw a huge party after the fact at my parents' house. We're going to get everything together. There'll be a DJ. We're going to have drinks. We're going to do the whole thing. So I think it'll be fun.
Are you guys going to dress up?
Yes.
Okay, good.
At least initially.
Okay,
So,
you can change later.
yeah, because
At least let us get a picture with you guys in
Yes.
your get up.
we're going to do it in May. So we're hoping that as long as it's nice enough, the pool will be open as well. So
There you go. I'll
If
wear my
everything's-
bridesmaid's dress.
like I had it picked out months ago. I'm wearing it. It's
Yes.
done.
Just kidding.
Well, the minute all this happened, the first thing I did was I told Audrey, I was like, you need to talk to Liv. She is the wedding authority. Talk to her.
Stop. I do love this world, so I'm like obviously loving to help whatever.
Well, it was funny because she had ordered a dress, got it, didn't like it. And so she's been trying to figure it out. And I told her, I said, well, we're going to record the podcast. You need to talk to Liv. And then you sent her a message out of nowhere and was like, let me help you. And she was like, did you tell Liv? And I was like, no. I was like, I think her wedding intuition just like kicked in. She's like,
like
somebody needs help.
No, it's like
I got you.
like Spidey senses were tingling. My wedding senses were tingling.
Somebody needs help
I know.
desperately.
Somebody needs me. No, so I we had talked a little bit about what she was wanting, which is more so like low key, whatever. And there was a website that I know of that several people have ordered from, and I was just reminded of it because I saw an ad from this shop online, and I was like, oh, I want to see if they have like any like pretty bridal, gowns, whatever. And so I started looking through it, and I was like, this is pretty. So I just sent it to Audrey, and then I just started sending her some, and then
She's like, I got you.
We just got to talking, and then I was like, why don't we just go some places, try stuff on, see what you like, see what fits.
Yeah, that's
that
half the
kind
fun,
of thing.
right?
So yeah, that's what I said. And then, you can partake in some of the traditional bridal things.
Right.
So,
Yes.
we're actually gonna do it today.
Yeah, that's exciting.
So
I know it's
excited.
perfect. I'm like, even if you go to a place that you wouldn't have thought you would, I'm like, go try dresses on. Like, it'll be fun.
Yeah, no, it'll be really fun.
Use up their time and services. You might
Yeah,
as well.
for sure. Yeah, I'm like wanting to like bring champagne and everything too. So
Heck yeah.
we shall see.
That's the way to do it.
I know. Some places serve it and others
Right.
don't. So I'm like, I don't know.
Because like,
We're gonna have some
do you
fun.
have champagne? They're like, nope. And you're just like, okay.
Okay, never mind. Cancel the appointment.
No, you just pull it out of your bag.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
it. Hold on.
Never
2
mind.
glasses.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Oh, I'm so excited. It's
We
gonna
are
be so
too.
Fun.
We're super excited. So we could not wait. And I kept telling her, I'm like, oh, we're going to wait till next year. Just give it some time. Like, got to wait on a couple more things to hit financially, blah, blah, blah. And I had it. I was planning it. And and it was funny because we were all together one night.
Yes.
And I sent Liv a text. I'm like, look at your phone. And she looked and I was like, I'm doing it over Christmas.
Yeah. Which, like, for a long time, like, you were telling me the same. Like, it's not going to be for months. And I'm like, oh, this is crap. Like, I don't want to wait this long anymore. I'm like the one that's, like, getting married or whatever. But then, yeah, we're all hanging out, and Audrey is sitting in the middle of us, and he texts me and saying that he's proposing over Christmas. And I'm like, how am I supposed to keep my crap together when you just texted me this? I walked away. I was like,
She
I have to
did.
go to the bathroom.
And then she goes, I like look over at one point and Audrey's looking at me and she's not looking at her. She's like, I'm going to cry. It's like, sorry, I didn't expect this reaction. My bad.
You should have known.
I just wanted
Just
to
an
tell you.
emotional being. And then, so he's telling me that he's going to propose Christmas morning. So I'm like, okay, I'm just mentally preparing myself for the best Christmas gift ever. And then he texted me 2 days early, just a picture of her with a ring on it. And I was like, oh my God, you proposed early. I was like, Brad, look. And he's like, sweet. And I'm
Yeah.
like crying. And he's like, get it together. And I'm like, I can't. This is so happy.
I love it. He called me the next day and he's like, well, I figured I should call you, man. And I was like, yeah. And we just kind of chatted about, it was funny because like we chatted about that for maybe 5 minutes.
Like 2 seconds, yeah.
And then everything else was just like, hey,
Yeah.
so what about this?
Yeah, he was like, why didn't Cole text me? I was like, I don't know. I'm assuming he probably just thought I would tell you.
Well, so it's a funny thing, the dynamics of all of that, because I think about it every time I send a text. I'm like, is this one that needs to go first to Liv or to Brad? But I'm also like, I assume that you're probably together. So I'm like, is there like a one main person? And I just expect that you're
You
the
just grew up-
HBIC. So
You just,
so I'm like, I like expect, I'm like, well, she'll relay the information.
yeah.
So I don't know. It's very, but then it's also like, I thought about it. I'm like, maybe Brad would be like, well, you didn't text me. I'm like, I don't know. What do you? So I think next time it's going to be a group message.
Just group text. There you go.
It'll be
There
safe
you go.
then.
Done.
But these are the things that go through my head. Believe me, I thought about it. Because I'm like,
That'll make him feel better.
I don't want to make anybody upset. I'm also like, Brad's a little bit more chill. So I'm like, maybe Liv will be mad at me if I don't tell her first. Like, she'll be like, what did you tell me? I'm like, I can deal with Brad. Liv, I don't know. She scares me.
You guys were friends first, so.
I know, but see, that's what I mean. I went back and forth. Like, it was the whole thing.
It's really not that deep. So.
I got deep. I thought about this. I lost sleep over this.
Oh, gosh. But no, we are very excited.
For most of my friends, it's very cut and dry. But with you guys, it's not as cut and dry. Like, I know
it's
who
a
I should
different.
send to.
Oh, it's just a different.
I know. We're just all very close.
Yeah.
So it's just different. But anyways.
excited.
So yes.
They're engaged. They're
So many
getting
exciting
married.
Yes.
Oh, I just knocked over.
We
the phone.
doing it.
It's so
We
exciting.
getting married. I keep telling
Part of
her, I'm like, this is like your last little chance to get out.
Yeah,
This is it.
Audrey.
Otherwise, you're done. You're in. So I'm like, now is your time to rethink this.
It's okay. I will have time alone with her today. I will let her know. Just
Hey, I'm good with that. So there is only one way you get out of this, and it's either I die or you die.
death. Yeah.
But anyways,
Oh my gosh.
So we have Brad's
bet.
graduation, my engagement, and then Christmas.
Yep.
So we haven't really even talked about any of this. So I had the girls this year,
Yep.
which was awesome. I had them Christmas Eve and all of Christmas Day, which was huge because this was like their first, like they were both super into it.
Yeah.
We actually set out the milk and cookies and did the whole thing. Mm-hmm. So, and
You're
I
getting
won't.
older, it's more.
Yeah. That Santa came, and we'll leave it at that because I'm sure people have little ones in the car or something like that. So Santa was amazing. He showed up and locked it down. The girls were super pumped. So they just kind of like realized but the funny thing was like my oldest, she's like, so how does he fit down the chimney? She's trying to deconstruct
And you
this whole
guys
thing.
have one too, which is
I know.
great.
But she's like, will he get burnt? I'm like, well, we're going to turn the fire off. Oh, okay. And she's like, how does he fit his big body through that little tube? She goes, that's a little hole. And she's like, how does it work like that?
You're like, listen,
like,
I'll
we're
let
gonna-
you know when you're much older.
Oh my God. No, I'm like, we're going to watch Santa Claus. Because it like sucks him into it.
Yeah.
Tim Allen,
Yeah,
just
yep.
like sucks him into the little hole.
Yeah.
I'm like, he just like can shrink and
Yeah.
suck down the hole. I'm like, it's magic. And she's
He's
like,
magic.
okay. I'm like, you're questioning all of this.
I love it. Yeah.
But it was so
That's
much
so
fun.
funny.
I filmed everything. I thought like this is a formative Christmas. Like this is a big one. So I got the camera out and did the whole thing. So it was actually really cool because now I can go back and watch
filmed
it.
their Christmas?
Yes.
Oh, that's cute.
I was that dad.
I love it. My parents used to do that. I mean, every Christmas
Yeah.
too, like film the entire thing.
With the
It's so
camcorder,
good.
like-
Yes. There's like a mirror on the wall, and it like dad gets a shot of himself. Like,
"Hey." I just flipped mine around at one point. I'm like-
yeah.
But my brother came the night before
love
and
it.
stayed, so it was even better. So we got up and I was like, go wake your uncle up. And
Yeah.
he's on the couch and he's like, can you guys just wait like 20 minutes? I'm like, dude, they're 4 and 5. Like they
No,
want to
they
open
cannot
presents.
wait. Oh,
So it was
that's so
fun.
fun.
And it was my first one too, where you realize like I'm an adult and I get boring gifts.
Yeah.
And my joy comes from watching my children open gifts.
Yeah.
It was a big realization.
Yeah. I got a frother. Okay.
Right? You're like,
I was really
I'm excited about
jazzed.
it, but like you're still like, it's a milk frother.
Yeah.
Like it's not,
No, I get it.
Oh, it cracks me up.
Yeah.
I had one thing on my list that I was like, this is like a kid kind of fun thing because I have the big Iron Man fist, but I don't have the mask.
Oh gosh. You
And
got
the mask was super tight, and I asked for it, but I didn't get it. So it was kind of like disappointment. Like I was like,
like a little kid.
I got a mouse and a keyboard, but I didn't get my Iron Man mask. But yeah, everything. It was like stuff for my GoPro and like keyboard and mouse, and it was like and Audrey got me a battery bank for my phone. It's just
Nice.
funny. It was all
Yeah.
tech stuff. Like you just can't.
Yeah.
This was on my list, and that's why I bought it. Because I was like, if there's one thing I'm gonna buy that I don't get on my list, it will be the mug.
Yeah.
So that was my one freebie.
It was really funny because I was talking with Brad, later of what was your favorite gift. So we started out early in the morning of just the two of us. Then we go to my family's, then we go to his family's. So I was like, all right, favorite from each of these, just so that way, like, I know that one of the gifts I got you is one of your favorites, because if I just said favorite overall and one of my gifts wasn't your favorite, I'm going to be really upset. So just give me a favorite of each three. But
if he was smart, he would just name one of you.
yeah. But so we were talking about that, and we got a new comforter, which I've been wanting for like ever. I've been like searching for one
See,
all over the place. But
adulting still.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Comforter.
A comforter. And we got one, and I was like, I'm obsessed with it. And the milk frother. And then our parents got like us all like these back massagers. And I'm like, that's how you know you're an adult, okay?
Yeah.
Because you're old
can
and you're
sit there.
aching.
It's been a long day. I'm going to use my back massager. Is it a back massager or is it a personal massager? Is it questionable? Because sometimes you see like remember when you were a kid and you like flip through like Sharper Image
Yeah.
and you're like, eventually you get old enough, you're like, that's questionable.
Yeah.
And they call it, it's not a back massager, it's a personal massager.
No. So it's not technically a back, because you can use it like legs or like, whatever. It does. When we first saw it, we were like, this looks
Hey.
sketch.
Whoa. Who got it for you?
Yeah, is our parents.
Oh, yeah, right. So
Yeah.
then even more, you're like, hey.
Yeah. but just got it for all the married couples. So that's why we were like, this is hilarious.
Yeah,
but
now it's even more like questionable.
So
Lauren didn't get one.
Correct. So like my parents initially had one and we were like, this is awesome. So it like looks like kind of like a gun, or like actually it looks kind of like a hair dryer.
Okay.
And then like different attachments to
Okay.
So it's bomb. I'm not gonna lie about it. Okay.
And
That's why I'm like, this is like true adulthood, because you're just like sore from sitting at your work desk all day and you're like,
only thing is,
honey.
I was gonna say though, the only thing is it probably mostly like I'm sure it's shaped so that you could use it on yourself, correct?
Kinda, but
Okay.
like it would be sort of hard to like go like on your back.
Yeah.
You could do like your shoulders and like your legs and
Okay.
stuff, but
Okay, because I know some of them you could, or like have a handle where you could actually like
Yes.
do it yourself. Because I was like,
Yeah.
don't give him a cop out.
no.
You'd be like, come on,
Yeah. For sure.
get the back massager
Yeah.
out.
But I didn't know they were getting us that, and I got Brad a back massager. So this one actually is. It's you need it in your life, okay? Just saying. So I saw some like Instagrammer post this, and I was like, okay. And then I looked it up on Amazon, and it was on sale around like Black Friday or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't even know how to like. It looks almost like a small pillow.
Okay.
And then has like straps so you like put your arms in so you can like adjust the pressure like
Yeah.
against your back, and you can like kind of slide it down your back, and it has like a heating thing to it, and it's just
Yeah.
like is like rotating
Oh, okay.
situation.
I got you. The
And
heat
it,
is
like,
nice.
it is.
I know that makes a big difference.
So it's nice because like I just like sometimes will use that in the morning just to like kind of loosen up my shoulder situation.
His
and you can
gift?
just it's my gift now.
You're like, oh, that's mine.
Yeah.
I like it more. That's
So
mine.
yeah,
We'll see that
it's
worked
great.
out. So he has one that he can just use himself.
exactly. That's why I did it, because he's always
you
like,
can do-
rub my
then
shoulders.
he can
I'm
do
like,
yours.
"Ugh." Exactly. Precisely.
Everyone wins.
Yep.
I got you.
Yep.
I like that.
Yep. Adulting. That's where I was getting at
We
there.
just spent probably 5 to 8 minutes
talking about our back pain.
massagers. This is what we got for Christmas, everybody. There's a girl that's got these big like dolls. They're like, I'd say they're probably like the cheaper version of an American Girl doll, which I'm all for.
Yeah.
And they call them that. They're like, there are American Girl dolls, and I'm like, great, that's what it is.
Yeah, Target has like a knockoff brand that
That might
looks
be what it
just
is.
like them.
Okay, that's
Yep.
probably what it is.
Yeah.
But they're creepy. There was one day. No, so we, the girls get shuffled back and forth, but we went to leave one day, and Lydia left they have a salon chair. Mm-hmm. They left it sitting in the salon chair, just at window height, staring out the window of their room. So I came home, and I was like, oh! Because it's just like,
That's so. Oh yeah,
staring out the
They're
window.
like wide-eyed, like.
and their eyes close when they lean back. They start
Yeah.
to close their eyes. You're just like, I don't know. But my number one issue
So funny.
is they shed like crazy.
Oh, they do.
I have that blonde plastic hair woven into all my clothes now.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, they look really cool, and they play
Yeah.
with them constantly. They come over first thing, go straight to the dolls.
Yeah.
And they're like, look at my doll's hair. Look, can you? And it's always, can you put the boots
So
on my doll?
funny.
Yes, I'll put the boots on your doll.
Yeah. Lauren and I had American Girl dolls.
Yeah.
It's the best.
It's pretty legit, but
Yeah.
it's just like, gosh, this stuff is so expensive. Mm-hmm. So I got them spa kits for Christmas.
Did you?
Oh my gosh, they were so cute. They had slippers and face masks and fingernail polish and like bubble bath stuff. So it was like the whole thing. They were
Yeah.
pumped.
That's fun.
I don't know if you saw, I got my toes painted.
I did. I had to like go back to see if that was your foot.
Oh yeah. Elsie did them, and she's my 4-year-old. Like,
They looked good.
she did a great job for being 4.
But
I was
also,
like, look at
you
you.
got your nails painted.
Yeah, and they were like that for like 4 days because I had no polish remover, and so I'm like walking around. And
so
so,
funny.
of course, like everybody at work follows me on Facebook and Instagram, so they
all saw it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So my our office admin secretary lady, like, she comes back and she goes, "How are those toes?" Like
You're like,
still painted.
painted, so that's what's up.
I haven't taken my shoes off
Yeah.
for about 48 hours, but they're painted. I would forget.
That's so
and I would like
funny.
wake up, slide my feet off the bed and look down and just be like, oh, just a turquoise blue paint. And the girls thought it was hilarious. But
It is pretty funny.
I was trying to be a good dad. Like they were
like
pumped
it.
about it, you know, as hard as it was for me. I was
That's
like,
so funny,
she
though.
was, you should have seen the pure joy in her face.
Yo, I'm sure. I
So,
believe
like,
it.
But it was funny because I was like, can I have Lydia? Because like I'm super about the details.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we traded. I did Elsie's toes and then I did, which was the first time, which was very difficult.
Yeah.
It took me forever. Audrey was done. She like painted Lydia's. She's like done. I'm still sitting over there like etching. And I was like, you got to think like their toes are the size of a
They're
brush.
tiny.
It's just like this
Yeah.
little. I mean, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
How do you do this? Help me.
Yeah. Help me. Now you have Audrey. She can help you with those girly things.
Yes, she does. She helps so much.
That's so funny.
So,
So
yeah, Christmas. Do you have another
of-
Christmas story? Or
Yes.
Okay.
This is kind of this is funny for those of you who have not seen this on my Instagram. So back on Thanksgiving, which we've not talked since Thanksgiving
No.
on here, right?
Our last
Okay.
episode was a Thanksgiving episode.
Okay. So my sister brings Sage, her daughter's tablet, to Thanksgiving and shows us what they have found on there. So they were just going through and cleaning off all the kids' like tablets. They were kind of like running slower or whatever.
Yeah.
But Sage's in particular was running like really slow. And they found a bunch of videos that she has made of herself making quote unquote YouTube videos of her doing makeup.
No way. I didn't watch it.
It is the funniest thing I have ever seen. And so they didn't watch the entirety of this particular video, which was done back in July.
Oh my god.
So she's like has been doing it for a minute, okay? And so
fantastic.
we were like, okay, let's all just like huddle around this tablet and like watch this. It was so funny. So they watch like YouTubers,
Yeah.
you know, with us or by themselves of girls like doing makeup. Okay, so
Yes.
she like knows like all of the things. It's so funny. And obviously like Erica and Lauren and I like all do makeup, so they've seen us do makeup since they were born, you
Right.
know. So
They're indoctrinated.
yes, so it's hilarious watching her do this. Okay, but like she's 7, so she like has the attention span of a gnat, so she gets like distracted with other things, or like she obviously doesn't like have this like same video quality as like an adult would, but that's what makes it
Oh, I'm sure.
so much better. So like she was struggling to like get the lid off this like lip gloss for like 3 minutes, and then she's doing this in her bathroom. She walks out of the frame of her camera and just goes, "Hey Dad, can you help me open this?" And then in her voice she goes, "Yeah, Sage." And then like so she's pretending like she's going off camera to have Nate help her unscrew
Oh
this,
my
and then
gosh.
comes back or dying. Okay. And then one of like the funniest parts was Hudson walks in. So let me back up. This video goes on for like 30 plus minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Which we were like, dang, this is a long video. But like 20 minutes of that, she was called down to go eat dinner.
It
And
just left it running.
She just left it running, which was just so funny. So then she like came back, whatever. And then Hudson like barges in and like scares her. And he was like, "Sage, guess what mommy just did?" She was like, "What?" "She took chicken nuggets out of the trash and ate them." And they were like, "Ew, that's disgusting."
It's all on video.
And it's all on video. And Erica and Nate had not seen that part yet. So we were like, "What? You ate chicken nuggets out of the trash can?" And she was like
explaining.
"Listen." Yeah. She was like, "Listen, first off, I was way pregnant then, as well as the kids wasted their chicken nuggets from Burger King and just put them like back in their box and like set it on top of the trash can." So she was like, it wasn't like I was just like digging around like a raccoon in the trash can.
And they were just like free. And
Yes.
We've all done that.
It was so funny though, because none of us were expecting that. So now that's become like just a family joke.
right, you're like, hey, why don't you eat this out of the trash can?
Exactly. So
Just desperate pregnant lady.
correct.
Need the nuggets.
Yeah, the chicken nuggets. So now I know. So now we
Trash
just
nuggets.
like we make fun of her for the nuggets. But anyway, so we always have my sister's kids come over and stay the night around Christmas, and I got Nora and Sage like a little eyeshadow palette and told them I'll set up like camera and light and you guys like make a little video in here, whatever. And they were like so jazzed about it.
Right. They're like, now we have help.
Yes. So I set it up for them and just like let them like do their thing. And I posted it. So if you haven't seen it, you need to go watch it because it's so funny. It is so, I love it.
They're cute anyways.
They're so funny.
That's awesome though. That's crazy that they like picked up on that and then started doing it on their own. Like that's amazing.
Yeah. It's so funny though.
The YouTube generation, right?
Yes.
It's
for
creepy.
real though.
No.
So now she does videos all on her own because after that we realized how much she likes doing makeup, so everyone was just like getting her makeup to play with and stuff. And
are they posting any of them, or are they gonna like keep them? Like what are they gonna do?
I don't know, because with that initial one, with it being 30 minutes, obviously they have to edit it. I don't know that they know how.
Okay, gotcha.
I told them they need to like start posting those because that is hilarious. So funny. So anyway, I cannot. It was great.
I just took a sip at the same time. Sorry. Mm-hmm. It's so good. Okay, so anything left for Christmas?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, we hope all of you enjoyed your Christmas
as
well. It was actually really fun. I got to talk to a couple of I was like touching base with clients like before New Year's because I actually worked that week. So I was talking to clients during that time and then a little bit afterwards. And it was nice to be like, how was your holiday? Mm-hmm. They asked me as well. And it's the whole kid thing is fantastic. It makes it so much fun.
It does.
But anyways, so New Year's. What'd you guys do for New Year's?
Oh my gosh. We stayed home in sweats.
Yes.
Made dinner at home and we just...
That's what we did. That's what we did.
Like I'm gonna be honest with you. I had FOMO. I just was really upset of everyone that was having all these 20s parties. And I was like, that's a great idea. Why didn't I think of that? You know how I like to party.
I know.
So I was kind of like, everyone's dressing up and looking cute. I'm in sweatpants right now. And Brad had to work early the next day. And so... But we had a nice relaxing time. We watched the ball drop and went to bed.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta... I get it. Maybe next year or this year we'll do something like that.
Yeah.
Because so I had the girls this year, or I probably would have done something. So I was pumped that I had them. We did like a fake, Netflix has fake countdowns.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, and you pick your character. So they were like, we want that one. I was like, great. They still didn't quite understand it, but we did it.
Yeah.
So, but I put them to bed at like 9.
Funny.
I was like, yeah. And then we watched a movie until it was time to watch the ball drop.
Yeah.
And then we pulled it up and watched it, and then that was it.
So there was I forget what it was called now. So obviously there's like the Dick Clark's like New Year's thing. But there was on a different channel another like New Year's thing, but it was going through like all of the big news and like funny things and popular things throughout 2019.
Yeah.
Which was actually really fun because it even like, popular videos that were funny or music or like things like that. So it was kind of cool to like see all of that, but we're in a new decade.
I know. I flipped over just in time. And then also I was like, I guess everybody else just decided to watch it too because it started buffering and I was like, oh gosh. So I pulled up.
Wait, yes. Yeah.
On YouTube
like
TV.
Right before.
Yeah. I was like, oh great. This is awesome.
I know.
So I was like,
we waited for all of this.
I'm like, switch to 4G. Switch. And the minute I switched, of course, then the TV came back on.
Correct.
And I was like, ugh.
This is so funny.
But we didn't miss it, so I was glad.
Yeah.
I have a tradition. Audrey was laughing at me because I was like, my tradition, I always buy champagne, kind of like a middle of the road bottle. And usually I'm walking around a party with it in my hand and I'm just drinking out of the bottle. And so I was like, I'm so subdued this year. Got the girls here and we're just like sipping on our champagne out of glasses. I was like, man.
Who are you?
I know, right? So New Year's was super subdued, which is fine.
Right.
I'm good with that.
It's chill.
Like I said, maybe next year we'll do something different because I would assume that we'll probably switch off with the girls when it comes to New Year's. So
maybe we'll have like some kind of party.
Right. Well,
the newlyweds.
Well, and we're hoping to, we're trying to save some money on the wedding so that we'll have down payment on a house. So we're kind of hoping that we'll have a house this year. I mean, that's like part of the plan.
Yeah.
So as long as I can find something that's going to work for us, then we'll probably have a new place to do it in, which would be kind of fun.
That would be fun.
Which I think Brad said something to me about September, so you never know.
September.
He told me, he goes, you need to find us 2 houses next to each other in September.
Oh. Actually,
Which I thought was funny.
It may be later than that.
Yeah.
We kind of have some other plans.
Some other things you got to accomplish first.
So, I mean, we don't have to, but it's more like want to.
Yeah,
So
I get it.
we shall see. But we have some other like trips in mind. And now that he has this job, there's just a lot more flexibility with things. So
Right.
we are just checking some things off our list, including maybe England.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So we would like to do that
Nothing
before.
cheap about a Euro trip either.
Correct. So
I get that.
and we went back and forth like, do we wait till we get a house or do we do it before? But then we were like, I don't want to be pregnant and we don't want to have kids.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's tough.
yeah, so we're like, maybe we should just like try and do that before we procreate.
Probably your best bet.
So
Because then you got to figure out who's going to, I mean, your family would, but someone's going to have to watch your kid or, yeah. And then you have to figure out, yeah, that's a lot.
yeah.
Do it now.
Yeah.
Just lock that one down.
My family's going to be listening to this and being like, are you guys talking about having kids soon?
I know, right? Just as much as your mom was like, when are you going to marry Audrey?
Exactly. My mom was like offering to write a check to get the ring for Audrey. And I'm like, dang, Mom.
I know, I should have said yes.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So you got anything else? Got anything
got
else you
anything
want to
else?
throw out there? Because
So-
I mean, other than working, we've been busy and it's a great start to the year.
Yes.
I'm excited. We have a rally every January with all the Carpenter agents, which I always look forward to because it's just it's a whole day and you get to kind of take the day off and just like they have prizes and you listen to speakers and you get to see other agents from other branches.
Yeah.
And I normally try to dress up and everything, so it's fun.
The last thing I have is I'm curious if you have any like resolutions or
Oh yeah, good call.
goals for 2020. I do.
Yeah, I have a long list.
Okay.
And I watched yours. I like
Yeah.
what you're doing there.
Mine's like super chill,
Yeah, but I like that.
but like I just know myself and I'm like, if I just sit down and write out all these things I want to change, I'm not going to do it. So I'm like, I need to start out like slow, right? So
Yeah, which I understand. Because I know some people are like, there's different schools of thought, right? Like, outset them so that you have to push yourself hard to get there. And then some people are like, put them more within range because when you attain them, it helps you to set more. Like, I know there's
Yeah.
all these different schools of thought, but
So, like,
I'm with you on this.
I have plans for more than what I am about to say right now.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I can't do it all at once. I just know myself. So I'm going to set all the goals that I want to accomplish and then I'm going to like do it in segments.
Yep.
So that way it's like more rewarding when I'm like, okay, like I've got this kind of going, I can move on to like something else. So I have had a super bad habit, you can ask Brad, dear Lord, of like laundry sitting in the dryer, hanging up for days. And he's just like, why can't you just finish it? And I'm like, I don't know.
I'm the same way.
Yeah. And I never make the bed. My closet is a disaster, so I'm just like trying to get into a better habit of keeping the place like super clean and organized, putting everything in a place. There's a place for everything.
Yep.
And just like getting those little jobs done like right then.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'm on like my first week of it and our house is so clean, so organized.
You're like, this is amazing.
I can see the floor in my closet again, so
That's so funny.
1 week down.
But that's good. I mean, you got to have those little things. I get it.
Yeah.
I know my list is so long. But I don't know. There's so much I want to do.
Yeah.
And I'm very motivated. So I'm like,
Yeah.
let's just rock and roll.
So I will say to the house thing is we have some big goals for that. And so we've already that's one of our biggest things for this year is saving back a lot of money and doing like other things there. So that's like our biggest thing, I think together.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, don't get me started. You better have money saved back.
yeah. Oh my
Do
gosh.
not buy a house if you do not have cash on hand. I will say it again.
I repeat.
Please do not.
saying this for the people in the back.
You will need it.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah. So, but what we've decided is we've put a goal of how much we want to save.
Yeah.
And then, trying to do that as quickly as we can, but also enjoying life.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
So
Not putting everything else on hold.
correct.
Yeah. It can all happen pretty easily if you just go slow and do what you need to do.
What about you? What you got?
Well, I mean, really goal-wise, like, again, I'd like to quit renting. It would be really nice.
Yeah.
So I think we're trying to accomplish that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see why we can't. Again, like, the nice thing about being an agent is I'll have some flexibility, so I won't have to worry about the process as much.
Yeah.
But it's still finding what we want.
Right.
And I see so many houses, I know I'm going to be a little picky because I've seen the things that go bad.
Right.
But aside from that, it's really, I'm trying to grow my businesses more. And so I have more business goals than anything.
Yep.
Because I know all of our stuff's going to flow because everything's already in place where we need to go. It's just about making those decisions and just being done with it.
Yep.
But everything else is going to take time and effort. So I want to grow the photography business, and I need to be trying to grow the real estate business as well. And so I'm trying to find somebody to help me with photography. And there's a lot to do.
Get married.
And get married.
It's a goal.
I mean, it's not a goal. It's happening. That's all there is to it. There's
Till she backs out.
Yeah, right.
Last minute. Freaks out.
That's why I just keep saying it's happening. So. Hey, one day she'll wake up and be like, it's happening. But yeah, so it's really based more upon that, which is usually how my goals are.
Yeah.
Because again, it's all about continuing to have financial stability. Mm-hmm. Because especially not having a 9-to-5 salary, hourly based job.
Yeah.
I have to make sure that everything's coming in, especially since, Audrey's coming into the fold now, and I want to be able to take care of everybody and the girls and all that stuff. So it's just about getting that stability, and I just don't want to be strapped for cash if the water heater goes out or if you need to make a repair to a vehicle. Just that sucks when you're going,
oh, I get it. My car's in the shop now.
Yeah, you and me both. That was part of my holiday woes. My car's been gone for 3 weeks. But
yeah, your new car.
Well, it wasn't new, but yes, new to me.
Yes.
It said 40,000 miles on it. But it's...
If you listen to Dave Ramsey.
I don't want to hear this.
I'm saying you didn't buy a new car?
I would never, because the minute it drives off the lot, it depreciates. So I'm like, why would I ever do that?
Yeah. Gosh, we could go into all that.
I know, right?
And I'm why we can't.
I put 30,000 a year on my car, mile wise. Yeah. So I'm like, why would I ever?
Yeah.
Because I'm probably not going to keep them long and just put a ton of miles and move on.
Yeah.
As long as I'm not, again, it's not an investment. So I'm like, I don't care. Just pay the money and get it. I mean, I'm always going to have a car payment. So it's part of my position at work. So what are you going to do?
Yeah.
And I get write-offs, so I'm not that worried about it.
All right.
But anyways, that's for our financial episode. We'll get there.
Yeah. It's a lot.
But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I say we wrap it up.
Yeah.
We're
get out of here. We had to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
I gotta go show 6 houses. So again, welcome to 2020. Super pumped. Liv and I have plans to get together, and we've been talking about some new things we want to do. We want to continue doing this. We're excited about it, and it's part of our weekly thought process, and we enjoy doing it. We enjoy the feedback we've gotten from everybody so far, so we'd like to still grow the audience, and we appreciate everybody listening. If you have any feedback, anything that you'd like to suggest, you want to come on the show this year, anybody's welcome. Just go ahead and send us a message on our Instagram or Facebook or something, or if you know us, send us a text or a call, and we'll try to get you on the show. And yeah. So we're going to try to keep making things boom. And yeah, so
2020 is our year. 2020.
So lastly, I want to start kind of like reaching out to you guys, the audience. So if you would, I think I would like to post something on our Facebook and Instagram, if Liv's okay with that. And we'll ask you what your resolutions are, or the reason maybe you don't believe or don't like to make resolutions. And we'd be interested to hear your feedback on that. And then we'll talk about it next episode.
I like it.
So, boom. That was episode 32. So we appreciate y'all.
Happy 2020.
Happy 2020. We out.
Cheers.